Welcome back, everybody, to the adventures of Lord Paramount Ormori Martin, the formidable, genius, powerful man who's only 20, so we've got to enjoy this character for another, I would hope to get another 40 years out of him, minimum. A couple of things I want to address first and foremost going into the episode, because I've seen the comments on a couple of episodes now, but I'm trying to keep things a secret, so I'm just going to address it to clear up some things that seem to be a little bit confusing. Firstly, George... let's just let sleeping dogs lie with that one. I've got a plan for George. That's all I'm going to say. It ties in nicely to the story, fits Game of Thrones canon, etc., etc. You just bear with George. I'm not going to add anything to bring George back or anything like that. George is George. George, we may not have heard the end of. That's all I'm going to say. I'm leaving it there. The other question that people keep asking as well is the Rise to Power series for the Game of Thrones one. Now, I actually spoke to Might Knight about this many months ago. Might Knight being the developer of Rise to Power, that is, and basically said that I wanted to try and get the mods working together, and he basically said good luck, because it is a very difficult undertaking. To put it into perspective, Rise to Power is a total conversion mod. It doesn't just add the ability to become landless. It changes many systems of the game to the extent that the Game of Thrones mod and they are not compatible at all. If you try and run them together, you will have all sorts of issues. Not only would I have to fix them and work together, but we'd also have the issue of there being no Game of Thrones support, obviously inherent in it. It obviously supports a medieval European lifestyle, so to speak. It wouldn't fit into the Game of Thrones world at all, because we get pop-ups about Jesus, we get pop-ups about things that obviously don't exist in the Game of Thrones world. It'd be very weird, so it would almost be easier to build the mod completely from scratch with the Game of Thrones one in mind. It's a lot of work. Now, it is a lot of work, but it's a lot of work where I would say I probably got about 50% of the way completing it. So just stay tuned on that one. It's a lot of effort to get it working, but it is possible, and it is definitely within my ability to do so. I had a working prototype, but it was very boring, I found, during testing. Like, there was nothing to do besides just gain gold, up your level, flip to feudal. That was essentially it. Oh, that's quite nice. So, bear with me on that one. I would have to add a lot of extra features to make it entertaining, and I don't want to force the series out and end up it being boring for you guys. That's the main thing to me. It's obviously got to be fun to you guys to watch at the end of the day. So, leave that one with me. Just know that I do plan on doing something with it at some stage in the future, and we have just passed 1,000 gold. What the hell am I going to do all of this then? We wanted to build up Cast Town level 5, didn't we? Oh, right, because of the huge force. To be fair, even if we built up this huge force now and the Stormlands decided to attack us for round 2, we're still good. Now, I looked it up as well. A lot of people also left messages on yesterday's comment section saying just give yourself the titles in the Stormlands because clearly we won the war. We didn't actually have claims on these. The only reason we didn't have claims on these is because our previous character fabricated claims on everything but those. Those we were granted to us via our liege. So we never had claims on them in the first place. So that wasn't the game messing up. That was actually legitimate mechanics, annoyingly enough. Oh, thank you. More gold for my mountain of cash. So we're not supposed to have those anyway. Those we are going to have to take back via de jure claims at some stage. Which we will, of course, we will do. We've proven our superiority over these traitorous Baratheons once before. And you know what? By God, we'll do it again. In fact, by God, we can almost do it soon. 9 years' time. More to the point, look at their troop count. They've got even maximum reinforcement. They've got 21,000 troops. That's less than what we've got now. And we're not fully reinforced. We can... The Stormlands are no threat. We've just got to wait for a truce to expire, then we can take back what we are owed. The bigger target, to be honest with you, is definitely the Trident. Bear in mind, they have a lot of stuff that we're supposed to have. Duskendale is supposed to be, from what I recall, part of the Crownlands. Cracklaw Point is obviously part of the Crownlands anyway. They've got a province there too. I want to take back what we're supposed to have. In fact, we can check, can't we? De jure regions here. Oh, but it's gone outside of the de jure regions. We're also supposed to have Summerhall there. Now, Summerhall is normally of ruins, obviously. Have they actually recolonized it? Oh, not only have they recolonized it, but they've colonized it to where it's doing okay. It actually might survive. Normally they recolonize it and then it fall apart, but they might be able to grab that one back. Okay, sure, fair enough. We'll be able to launch those wars eventually. Now, we're not going to have any de jure claims on the Trident, because the Trident, again, is de jure drifted into the Trident. We're going to have to manually fabricate claims on the whole of Duskendale, which is going to take quite some time. I guess we could start now. Or alternative, we go back to the Dragonstone plan. Bear in mind, we revoked Dragonstone, didn't we? Yeah, let's try and get Dragonstone first. Then we'll start revoking all of our titles back in... Oh, there we go, nice. Start revoking all of our titles back in what is now the Trident. We've still got 80 personal combat, despite the fact that we were obviously beaten around. Have we got all of our stuff equipped still? Yeah, we do. Good, good, good. How's our son coming along? Affectionate and a poor fighter. Not really the successor we're looking for. Hopefully we can have some more kids here. We might even want to flip to family focus. I'd love to still get rid of arbitrary, but maybe go for family focus until we get ourselves a genius heir. Let's go out then. What can we find this time? We still haven't built the Master Brewery, from what I recall. Famous... Oh, we do have the famous brewery, right? Okay, then. So let's see what else this mod has to offer. I can never quite remember the paths to go down. We could try and get brave again from eating the chili. Let's go ahead. These voices sound foreign. The Smith, as we know, just sells kind of crappy... like Dornish Spear, the Dothraki rack, which we don't really need. What food can I buy with these elixirs? So the elixirs actually got our last character killed. Much it looks we lost. Maybe I can help him. Oh, that's the guy who obviously offers to go for an investment. I'm not sure what we want to go for then. Maybe this event chain then we could probably safely ignore in the future. Do I have to censor that out? Is that right there? What I think that is. Anyway, I'm hungry. What food can I buy? Oh, we should buy these for the orchards. Right, of course. People were asking me to do this as well yesterday. Buy some seeds for the orchard so that we can actually build the orchard in the first place. So we're going to get the lemon seeds as well after that. Oh, nice. Now we get to see if we can revoke titles that we have a claim on. As I recall... Oh, yeah, we actually can. Wow. Last time I played the Game of Thrones one, I swear that we couldn't do that. Cool. We got Dragonstone back. That's fantastic news. Yeah, that's got a lot of stuff going for it. And it's got a decent amount of troops as well. It's going to buff up. Look at this. My God. Wow, we are a very, very powerful kingdom indeed. 4 out of 4 on Bane sides. One of those, though, is the King's Gate that, of course, we can just throw to a vassal. That counts as almost a vice royalty, if you want to talk about it in base game terms. So when the ruler of the King's Gate dies, obviously we get the... What's it called again? Like a military command in this? Well, that was quick. Thank you. Lady Palla, our sister? Our sister. Let's get to work taking apart the Trident. And to be honest, if we're going to war with the Trident, we might as well fabricate as much as possible. I'd love to get Harrenhal as well. Harrenhal is one of the better provinces, obviously in the whole of Westeros. Full stop. That'd be another good one to grab. Shame we can't grab King's Landing though, huh? What happens if we grab King's Landing? Actually, it's very similar to our own character. The ruler of King's Landing would be... Why does he hate us so much? What the fuck have we done? Claim fabrication minus 20, title claimant minus 20, wants control of Bramsford and Dalston Keep. Yeah, I bet. Did he not give those to us? Why is he complaining? The downside to taking King's Landing is that, as I recall, the ruler of the Iron Throne always has an intrigue decision to revoke King's Landing freely. There's absolutely no downside to it. They can just take it back whenever they want, as is their right of the ruler of the Iron Throne. So, unfortunately, fabricating a claim there would do absolutely nothing for us. Even if we're at truce or anything like that, wouldn't help out. You know what? I'm going to give her the 77 gold. I think she absolutely deserves it. Not only that, she deserves a good marriage here because she is... I should really go through and make sure that... what about Tom and Martin? My nephew. Marry him off to my sister. He's got attractive. She's genius. Let's go and make sure that all of our family members are married off. Obviously, House Targaryen are dead as dicks. Nothing I could have done about that. A lot of people were asking about that one too. The only reason we couldn't marry off the last member of House Targaryen is because he went into hiding. At that point, you can't offer them a bride. It's down entirely to them to take a bride themselves, and they refused to do it. So, couldn't save him after all that effort. Let's go. Great House, married, no, and sort by age here. So, Boros is in the Citadel. 57, we can get you remarried quickly, I'm sure. Yikes. I'm going to have to invite some... Let's invite some people to court first, then to marry off. So let's go. Married, no. Join court, yes. Sure, why not? Start by any genius characters. So any genius characters at all, male or female, let's get into a court. There is actually a genius woman. Wow, look at that. Great stuff. Let's get you invited. Let's get Dennis. Let's get Lester. Hallis. You're 62. Depressed homosexual, obviously lower fertility there. Probably not worthwhile. Let's go for strong characters as well then. Doria Baratheon, she'd be good to have in our court. A 28-year-old woman with strong is quite nice. 19-year-old male with strong is obviously very, very good. Good breeding stock there. That'll probably do. That will definitely help stock our dynasty. All right, nice. Okay, so let's see who we can marry off then. This is actually really, really good for our dynasty. Just trying to keep the bloodline as powerful and having as good traits as possible. That way, if we do end up ever going into elective or something like that, we'll have plenty of hopefully decent candidates to keep the dynasty afloat. Right, arrange marriage between you and let's marry you off to that genius girl, maybe the strong one, because he's quite old. He's 47. She's got slightly higher fertility. Let's go for her then, in hopes that they have any kids at all. Hiccups now. Alice Martin. Matrilineal marriage between you and... What about that genius guy we invited to our court? Or the 19-year-old guy. There you go. That's pretty decent, because they're around the similar age too there. 21-year-old Aureen is widowed, but we will bring her to our court. And then Taita as well. She's only 31, so we could potentially get a good marriage out of her still. Right, welcome. Aureen will not remarry right now, will she? That's a shame. We'll keep her around until she's ready. You can also get an event that will kind of... You'll encourage them, shall we say, for lack of a better word, to remarry. She's 31. Let's get her married to this 36-year-old genius. There we go. All right, nice work. I think that's kind of helped out with... So we can't marry Boris. He's a Maester at the Citadel. Luther is obviously Lord Commander. She is widowed. Him we can get married. Obviously, 14 is the age of marrying in Game of Thrones. What are our choices then? 21-year-old genius. Perfect. I'm all right with that. Good marriages all around. I'm sorry, what? Lady Paramount Celsi Snow, our wife wants to kill King Orin, Little Orphan. Oh my god, they call the king the Little Orphan because both his parents died. That's fucked up. Sure. Also, this was pointed out in the comment section as well. Look at how many of the Baratheons, inverted commas, have blonde hair. So this generation, is his wife also... She's an Oakhart, but I'm sure somewhere, yeah, more Baratheons. Wow, and I didn't realize quite how intrinsically related the Oakhearts and the Baratheons were. We've got Oakhearts of the Trident. We've got Oakhearts of Highgarden as well. Holy shit. They're related to the Iron Throne. Have they got the bloodline, maybe, of Ogarth Greenhanded? I think the King of the Iron Throne has that as well, doesn't he? Oh, he's got the Baratheon bloodline. This is a mess. So the Baratheons control this area, or all of this zone still, and obviously the Iron Throne proper. This new House Oakhart control bloody everything too. Let's go to the Dynasty map. That'd be a little bit easier to... There you go. Wow. Kind of impressed that the Starks... House Martin doing all right for itself, though. Obviously, all of the Crownlands. And we've got the Wall, once again. House Harlaw, House Aaron, but House Oakhart. Holy fuck. They have really played the Game of Thrones a lot better than me. Oh, God, what is this? Lord Paramount Aubrey, the realm is in a state of war. It is the Iron Throne White Sword Tower de jour war over King's Landing. It's Adrian of the White Sword Tower. Oh, some people have taken control over one of the towers of the keep. That's so strange. Yeah, there they are. Huh. Set up his own little independent realm directly inside the keep. Yeah, to defend my liege, my duty. That's as far as I'm concerned, 10 for opinion. We need to win this king over. Holy shit. So as the Kingdom of the Crownlands minus 25, you can't have that. Fuck off. Why have you got a claim on that? Oh, because he tried to revoke it and we told him to piss off, didn't we? Maybe if this king were to die, it wouldn't be such a bad thing to occur. Oh, it's his plot. Sorry, I thought it was my wife's plot to kill him. Maybe if you were to disappear, that wouldn't be a problem, because we've made a pretty significant enemy of him as well. Let's put some of these George powers to good use at long last. The High Septon's in on it. Cool. Okay, his wife's in on it as well. Fantastic news. Willis, welcome aboard. And Theo, Lord Paramount of the North, if we give him 261 gold. Fucking hell. Alright, fair enough. Go on then. Let's get Priscilla in as well. We're going to have to move our Spy Master over there if we stand a chance. 36%. My god, this is going to be quite difficult, I'll be honest. 22% though our Spy Master have in terms of his skills. What are we looking at now? 33.7%. Oh god, and who's this? Stefan Martin. Our nephew would make for an incredibly good steward. I'm not going to spend too much money on him, but I will invest a little bit because he's a pretty good character. Well, I've hit him with the lunacy and I've hit him with the minus 20 because we had just enough George points to pull that off. How much have we got left now? 4.6 out of 50. Okay, well, that's basically all our powers squandered. And it did absolutely nothing. It did absolutely nothing. We can bribe a couple more people, so it opened the door a little bit without actually, unfortunately, encouraging anyone to join. What are we looking at? That's still not going to be enough to kill him, though, is it? 101%. Oh, look, he's made enemies. Wait, because the realm's coming back together. Right. That's why it was so difficult to kill off. Someone's found out about the plot. They seem to be leaving faster than they're joining now. Bollocks. Why are you leaving? Please, come back. Come back. No. All my plotters. We got up to like 101% there for the tiniest of seconds. Shit, that's going to be quite a fluctuating plot. Of course, we are trying to assassinate the King of the Iron Throne. That's not an easy thing to pull off. We'll get there eventually, I'm sure. What else can we do here? Plot twist, something that's minus 10. We've obviously already got the minus 20. He stole a book. Stolen book is now banned from the library. Oh, shit. I guess they found out about my plot then, huh? Oh, this morning a party of our men came to the gate of Rosby. We can flee and abdicate to Mathar Martin. We're banished to Malkai. Submit myself peacefully, or I will defend my liberty. We are plotting to murder the king. Someone must have found out. Submit myself peacefully. Fuck. Make my request. He's throwing me a new oubliette. Oh, bollocks. Okay. Ransom me? No? What about some gold? Well, that's some gold first. Grease him up a little bit. There we are. Minus 12 opinion. Give him an artifact. Give the man a longsword. Gemstones? Give him a longsword. He'd love a longsword. Boom. Now you want to ransom me out, don't you? What a kind man you are. We can't afford it. Oh, fuck. Please don't kill me. Come on. Just like 50 more gold. That's all I want. 50 more gold. He did what? He poked out our other eye. Your jailers entered the cell grinning ear to ear. Something experience has taught you is a very bad sign. Good news, one of them says cheerfully. That's how I imagine they sound. New orders from Lord Paramount. You're to be set free after you've been blinded. Take a good look at this cell, because it's the last thing you ever see eyes upon. Surely the knife going towards his eye. I'm sorry, I won't. Stay away from me. Getting the trait blinded. There's no point wearing that fucking eye patch anymore, is there? Oh my god, you arse. I just sent him a bloody sword as well. It was a threat. It was a threat, you know, like returning the axe. Well, if you thought I wasn't going to kill you, if you think that was going to stop me, now we've got a legitimate reason to kill him rather than him just hating us. Oh, you fool. I'm going to orchestrate the greatest murder this realm has ever seen. Mark my words. Let's also go ahead and buy some lemon seeds as well. It's our huge... Oh, there we go. Cool, it's done. Yeah, these orchards give a good amount of resources as well. Burner at the stake, and we've gained an amateur steward +1. That's closer to becoming just. A little bit of justice would help people obviously join our plot as well. He wants us to be his justiciar. Oh, you foolish man. A seat on the council when we would have access to all of your deepest, darkest secrets, all of your tasty wines, etc., etc. Fine. Let's see if we can win her over. Send her the finest of... Oh, I've sent her a thing and she didn't... Okay, didn't win her over. What else can we do to him then? What else can we hit him with? A little bit of... has the adaptation worn off? It has. That explains a lot. Hit him with another adaptation then. Boom, there we go. How are we looking? Oh, 106%. Okay, we're back on, we're back on, we're back on. All we had to do was gift out gemstones and swords and all sorts of strange things. I'll agree to vote with you on the council. And of course, the seat on the council has really pushed this up. Immediate access to him? We could be the one to plunge a knife into his heart ourselves. Oh, right, I'm fabricating a club on High Garden. Oh, interesting. Maybe a little bit of... Oh, shit. Well, yeah, okay, I'll join you in... kick me out of the council, you bitch. Lord Paramount Edward the Zealot's War of the Iron Throne. Can we offer to join him? Oh, I should have offered to join him. I just said to defend my allegiance, my duty. We could have made ourselves a very powerful ally there in the form of the Reach. Is he likely to win, though? That's the real question. 94,000 men. He's got 22,000. The Trident, actually, despite the fact it's their dynasty, joined them. That's another 30,000. I'm obviously not going to raise my troops. I'm not going to help him here. Fuck him. And our heir, Lord Mathar, how's he coming out? Pretty bad. Pretty bad. Any of these will come out best, and then either a Marshal or Learning if we feel like the gamble. Intrigue character? What's he gifted at? Stewardship. Fine, stewardship character it is. Fine, we'll spend the money. I think it's probably against our better interest, but we've just started our lemon tree orchard as well. Chelsea's pregnant again. It's okay, never mind. We might get ourselves a nice backup heir. How are we looking with the plot? Still 93% despite the fact that the realm is splintered. Okay, very nice. Is there anything else I can do? Plus we'll develop a random disease. We could just straight up kill him. That doesn't have the same sort of, it just doesn't have the same sort of appeal to it, you know? At least to me, if we're just going to give him a random disease and see if he dies from it. We want to be the ones to take revenge. Well, that's the opposite of what I wanted. -3 to everything. Jeremy. Jeremy. I think that's a bit more appropriate. Have 5 children. Great. How about we groom an heir for an extra 20% fertility and try and have... Don't bother. Don't bother saving him. It's all right. Thank you. That one was a mistake. Run out of prince rank for that one. So that's given us our massive force then. We still can't really build too many troops, but the retinue cap usage is 875 for the defense of the faith. I think we'd probably go for assault cavalry though. 250. So we could build like 4 or 5 of those. It's not too bad. Don't check the maths. Let's do it. I've fallen to temptation of slothfulness. There are things I've neglected in my castle. Permanently lose 1 health. To be fair, we got +1 health from the Iron Stomach. Either that or we lose Diligent. I'm not losing Diligent. It's the one thing that's helping out. You know, it's making us more respected. It's helping out with the plot. Oh, well, we chose the winning side, if nothing else. Lord Paramount Edwin Oakhart has been captured by Orin Baratheon and has been taken to King's Landing as a prisoner. That will make him some enemies. That's fine by me. Even if he's won, he has... I would like my old position back. He's going to make us back the Justicia again. Very nice. Puts us deep in the heart of the council. Wait, is Justicia not Hand of the King? Oh, no, Castellan is Hand of the King. Sorry, my bad. It's because that was Diplomacy one. I always assume that one's at the top of the list. Look at this. The High Septon himself wants back on board with this murder plot. 152%. We might pull this off. Send some gifts. I assume our adaptation is once again worn off. It has. Hit him with another then. Boom. Get out of here. What are we looking at? 100 and... Oh, we might have him. So we've exhausted this one. We've exhausted this one as well. Quiet place to find some rest. Did I see something rush around the corner? I will go to the garden. My feet are hurting. So this one gives us the pet. This one gives us the master brewer. This one can give us socializer though, can't it? I will go to the garden. Or gardener, apparently. That makes some sense. She also cares for you. 40% chance of lossful. Also gives us potentially more babbies. We got absolutely nothing from that. Well, we'll keep trying with that one over and over, because, I mean, Gardener gives us a bit more stewardship. That's obviously quite nice. Lady Paramount Liara. Oh, right, up the Vale. We've already got an alliance with them. Oh, I forgot about that. Well, of course we do, because we use that to win back our claims in the Stormland. I would like to point out Lord Perkin the Zombie, still alive at the age of 93. The thing is, he's such a low-level lord with one vassal to piss off. He's never going to be deposed. We might be looking at ourselves an immortal zombie. He's been declared incapable as well, so we can't do anything. It is essentially just a regency now running that province. He can't get into a situation to get him killed, like duels or jousts or anything like that. But he's also not going to die of rebellions being deposed because he's got no vassals. Nobody gives a fuck about him. That's such a weird situation. Commander Carlton, my co-conspirator, sent with a massive pit of manure has been prepared under the floorboards on the path of King Orin. Holy... We actually fucking got him. Not only did we get him, we got our George points because it was House Baratheon. We got away with it. And now... there is a very crappy 11-year-old boy, indolent, timid, a terrible king. Justice has been served. Or as you might want to say, an eye for an eye. And obviously his legs and his arms and his torso, because we blow him up. Although that obviously doesn't work quite well as an idiom. All hail is Grace Ormond of House Baratheon. Curse his name. Curse his name and curse all the Baratheons. All they've done is steal our land and steal our eyes, and I'm not dealing with it anymore. No, fuck them. We're gonna dethrone these Baratheons. I'm gonna slay them all. In fact, if we were to remove, if we kill the Baratheon in the Stormlands, House Martell take the Stormlands. Let's say, for example, House Martell perhaps have some children kicking around they might like to betroth to my own children, for example. And we form an alliance with House Martell, who will have a vested interest in... Actually came out alright. Obviously not in terms of stats, but, you know, greedy, wrathful, diligent, ambitious, proud, brilliant, druid, not terrible. If we make an alliance with House... with Dawn, who are already at war with them... this could be beneficial for both our realms. Sorry, his name is Lord Paramount Galaran the Wife Thief. Incredible, holy shit. Okay, we've got new allies. Call us in. Genuinely, call us in. I will help you annihilate them. He's calling us in anyway, boom. Let's fucking do it. Let's take him down. I should have declared our war for these two provinces, but that's alright. Maybe they'll remember who their friends are. I'm more than happy to sacrifice Langwood Hall and Atterdale to remove these Baratheons. It's personal at this point. It's not about taking back a couple of provinces. Bear in mind, the Trident have way more provinces than that, and we're obviously not bothered by them. It's the principle that these Baratheons have taken advantage of poor Ormond. Ever since he was a child, they stole provinces from him. Now as an adult, they steal his eyes. It's almost blood feud level worthy of vengeance. Although we've got House Musgood, who apparently were also in a blood feud, and they've done absolutely nothing to us since. We're going to have to do something fast if we want to... Oh, that's a shame. I was going to say we'll have to do something fast if we want to bail out, but to be honest, that for us is the best case scenario. That means that it's still a Baratheon in the Stormlands, which means we can still go to war and take our titles back, but we still have... We are allied with House Martell, and we're allied with House Arryn. All we should really do now is... What the hell kind of kingdom is that? The kingdom of... the Westerlands? Oh, right. They lost it. Oh, so they did. Okay, fair enough. We can make an alliance with House Oakhart as well. That would be very helpful. You also seem to have lost your eyes. Maybe we have a common enemy, perhaps. A non-aggression pact is a great start. Obviously, the first step to an alliance. So the amount of friggin' times... Our nephew, our 57-year-old nephew. How that even happen? Yeah, the Pox breaks down Rosby quite a lot, doesn't it? I'm starting to think maybe now is when we kind of invest into our hospital a little bit, now that there's peace in our time. We can declare war on Storm's End, though, because obviously the previous ruler was deposed. So that will be our next goal, is to take back the provinces we're owed inside their lands, and then we'll help... Maybe we'll help the Martells take back the rest of Storm's End and really remove these Baratheons. So, look for a quiet place to rest, go into the garden, learn something about gardening. Oh, we actually got Gardener and we got Lustful. Oh, very nice. We've adopted a lifestyle. Oh, we accidentally fulfilled the ambition. What do you think? Build a war chest? I mean, it's quite expensive, isn't it? 700 gold. Although, 700 gold we've had multiple times now. Fuck it, build a war chest. Go for it, Chief. I mean, the disease is already here, so building, like, a level of grayscale colony at this stage is a bit pointless. We'll just let this one take over, but in the future, when we fulfilled our war chest, we'll invest into... the infrastructure instead. Lord Paramount Gunther Oakhart's position on the Regency Council is under question. Your acquaintance Lord Paramount Benton Stark is trying to have him removed. I kind of want to make allies with... I meant to click on him to see it. I didn't mean to vote then. I actually wanted to try and make allies with House Oakhart, seeing as we kind of have a common enemy here. They'd be a useful one to have. Then we've got the Vale, Dawn, and... the Westerlands or the Trident, depending on which one we're going to go for. Obviously, we want to leave the Oakharts of the Trident untouched so that we can still go to war for our lands there as well. Alright. Who did he marry? He married someone randomly during the... We had the option to either disinherit him or let him marry for love, seeing as we don't have another decent male successor. Bear in mind, our other choice would be Slow Lord Jeremy. I figured it was worth, obviously not... I'm not going to disinherit him just because he's married someone who's crap, basically. He wants us to fund a tour. I'll do that. Sure, 50 gold. They can always end up coming back with skills, or normally they end up getting betrothed while they're away, so I guess we don't have to worry about that one too much. So Davin Hill's position on the council. Yep, he's our rival. He must be removed. Get rid of him. Vote to keep him. You fuckers. 438 gold means we need another 300 saved up, but I've just swapped out our Castellan and our Lord Treasurer, 21 and 19 respectively, so we're looking at some... I mean, not only does he give that, he gives a 47% chance extra taxes. That's already really good, but unfortunately, his tithe is a lot lower. That other guy that we had, the guy with the 28 stewardship, he was a godsend. We're not quite going to have as prosperous times as that in the future. Despite the fact, though, look, we're still getting a good amount of tax, even though we've got a plague kicking around. Oh, a grandson, shit. Robert Martin, that's an appropriate name. Sure, let's try training you then. See if we can get lucky a second time around. Bear in mind, this kid will, again, eventually be our successor. And we'll educate him because we've got diligent, charitable, kind, zealous. The only bad trait we've got is still arbitrary. But at this stage, it's a bit pointless to flip over to family focus. That ship has long since sailed, but we are about to hit our wealth. What we're going to do then, the second we fulfill that ambition, is we'll sink it all into retinues. We might as well have the largest standing retinue we can possibly afford here. There we go. Very nice. Let's flip over to become regent of our liege. I mean, that would make us the regent to the Iron Throne. I don't think they'd ever accept that, though. Make a friend. Sure, that seems a pretty easy one to fulfill. Let's sink all this gold into some troops then. There we go. Okay, how much does that leave us with? 520 left over. Now we'll go for upgrading the... I think Grayscale Colony first and foremost, given that gives the most disease resistance of any building you can build. What is this? Walking along on the battlements late one night, you suddenly see a shining white shape above you in the sky. Strange sound in the air too, like a whispering. What's going on? The mother has appeared to me. I've been blessed. What the hell is that? We're losing our mind. This time when we went out, we caught a small animal, apparently a fucking snow leopard. What do we get? A hunting dog. Named Ormery. Very nice. It gives us an additional +1 health, gets rid of stressed. Speaking of which, I'd like to swap over to... man, we're not any closer to getting just. Obviously, we just have to randomly have one of the justice events. You know, one of the ones that they pay out of your coffers, or the neighbor's piglet event. Something like that to allow us to flip over. But it's been going on for so long now, I don't even know if these events are still in the Game of Thrones mod. They might have adjusted it like they had with the... Oh, cool. They might have adjusted it like they had with the business focus, where obviously debasing the mints is not as valuable. It seems a lot rarer anyway, because I was kind of expecting that we'd had it by now. Never vote for a Baratheon. As the old House Martin expression goes, never vote for a Baratheon. Nope, not going to happen. They are plotting against one another. So I said, you can't trust them. They're literally going against one another. Why can we imprison our wife? What's she done wrong? I did dishonorably towards us. Is it not our babby? What's she done? I guess we'll never know. We'll see in a second then. Here we go. This genuinely, weirdly enough, could be one of our events to give us just. Toss them into the dungeons. Lose arbitrary. Okay. Maybe I spoke too soon. Granted, it has taken us the best part of 15 years here. Oh, it's our daughter. God knows what she's done wrong then. It did take the best part of 15 years to get rid of it, but that's fantastic. I mean, this guy's an insanely good character. You can't argue that his stats, his traits, everything in combination here is insanely good. I'm sure this kid's being educated for the very small amount it's worth there. It actually came out pretty decently. What about you? It came out okay. Got some interesting traits. Let's find her a good marriage next. So, do we want to keep investing into our disease infrastructure? That's another 10% disease resistance, matching the grayscale colony. 331. Or we could start mobilizing, preparing for war for eventually when we... That's 200 heavy infantry right there. How can I not? For when we fight the Trident, that's going to be our next goal. So, let's flip tactic then. Stop trying to win over the king. And trying to win over... The reason I had that was obviously to win over vassals in King's Landing to join our plot. And let's start taking back the land that we're owed in the Trident. I think we've already still got claims on the Stormlands. We can press de jure claims, not the regular... Yeah, we've got de jure claims rather than the claims that you normally can press, like personal claims, basically. Shit, another one died of the pox. Fucking hell, this pox has done a hell of a lot of damage to our family. Who are they at war with? Wendwater. What's he trying to do? King Jason's claim on the Westerlands. What? King Jason... defending against? Claim on the Westerlands? Oh, he revoked it. Right, okay. To defend my allegiance, my duty, we'll agree to it so we don't make, have him suspect us. It's just free opinion. It doesn't make us like him anymore, though. My son has returned home. Lord Mathar, your restless adventurous son has arrived in Rosby after a foreign tour. Apparently, it was quite a debauched tour. Spent many months travelling city to city, partaking in countless wild parties and feasts, drinking copious amounts of wine and mead. Seems he first acquired a taste for hedonism from the brothels and taverns of the Skulls. Sure, there'll be some clear memories. He loses 100 piety against 150 prestige, but more importantly against hedonist. Not too bad. Means that we're going to be able to keep our dynasty expanded, if you want to phrase it like that. Look at the amount of loyalists we've got. Everybody loves this guy. He's the perfect ruler. I think we can up our realm authority. Oh, and shit, because we've got a dog we lost stress. I mean, our character is perfect. It couldn't be any better. I mean, a set of working eyes probably wouldn't go amiss, but that's not going to hold him back, quite clearly. Who needs eyes when you've got everything else going for him? That does not make a ruler. I mean, it does make a warrior, though. Minus 15 personal combat, unfortunately. But, hey, he's still incredibly well respected to the extent that maybe we could see how far we could push this crown authority. Get even more troops out of our small domain. What are we looking at now in terms of... we're actually almost fully reinforced. We've lost troops somewhere. Not sure why. Maybe winter, perhaps? We've lost a modifier. Got a worse... Even something as trivial as a worse Marshal, perhaps. Anyway, pretty happy with how that situation's gone. We'll leave it there for today, because it's 3 a.m. My neighbours are probably have their finger on the call the police button. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. I think it's been very good for building our character, building our dynasty, building the realm, and building up our story for House Martin, House Baratheon. Who'd have thought of all of the houses that House Baratheon would be the new bad guys? Thank you to Slippy Nips, Harry McGowan, Blue the Lazy Archer, Silkworm, William Green, Pringles, Anthony Golly, DKO, Iguana Squad, Ninja Tree V, Jackson Women, The Ector Fritz, Bacon Kitten, Necrophil, and Grimwolf, and everyone else at the Insane Tier Lovers on Patreon for making the channel possible in the first place. Again, this month more than all months. I think I'm allowed to say it, but I mean, loads of YouTube channels reported on it. There's like revenue for a lot of channels is down by like 30%. I myself are slightly above that point. Again, I can't give specifics because that is against YouTube policy, but we'll just phrase it somewhat like that. So, again, big shout out to these guys. Without them, the channel would definitely not be here. I mean, it's true every month, but this time more than ever. Thank you as well goes out to Goatfather, You're Under Freeze, Big Weeb, Callum McLeod, RKL, Gabriel Van Ders, I am Sagataire, Will Wade, Hey, I'm Alex, Cody Cope, My Name is India, Tentacle Beast Loves Trees, Noobmeister, Shlomo, Volta, Donald, Lampy, Wesley C, and everyone else at Patreon as well. Thank you guys for your support. Same goes out to you guys. Big appreciation. Thank you to all the Twitch subs as well, because apparently people have subscribed on Twitch, weirdly enough. So, much appreciation. See you guys all tomorrow.